So what made you want to walk on to the basketball team originally?
Same thing as a lot of other kids across the country. Growing up, I always had big dreams of playing college basketball. I wanted to be at a big school. Um, I ended up transferring to IMG Academy in Branson, Florida for my junior year of high school to play there. At the end of my junior year, I was actually committed to Virginia Tech on scholarship, but Seth Greenberg got fired towards the end of my senior year, leaving me with nowhere to play. So luckily, I had two teammates, Brian Green Jr. and Nick Peller, who played with me my freshman year and also played with me my senior year at IMG. They were getting recruited by Tony Barbie, so it was kind of just a last minute thing. They're like, hey, look, we don't have any open scholarships this year, but come walk on this year, and we'll see where you stand next year, and just like that, it's living my dream, big school, got everything I wanted.
So once you got on the team, was it what you expected? Was it better or worse than what you thought it would be?
I did a lot of my research, on like I did a lot of research on like what it's like to be a walk-on, and I read, walk-ons aren't getting treated, they don't get treated well, or blah blah blah, and they don't really have a chance to play, and that's not really the case. I was always treated really well by Barbie and his staff, and even by Pearl staff when they got here. Some it does have its disadvantages at times. Sometimes we have to stay on the side of practice while the scholarship guys get to run up and down the court, and there's some practice where we have to play defense for 3 hours, but at the end of the day, you sit there on game day, you have the best seat in the house basically, and I wouldn't trade for anything.
Yeah, what were those practices like? Were you expected to know everything the scholarship athletes knew and play the same way?
It's definitely tough because we don't get the same reps as scholarship athletes do, so it's kind of like we have to learn by watching, and you never know, like you could go like 2 practices without doing anything, and then out of nowhere, CJ jump in, and you got to be on your toes. If you don't know, if you do not know what you're expected to know, then it's gonna hurt you even more, especially being a walk-on. But best feeling is when coach calls you and you actually know what you're doing and you're in the right spots defensively, you're in the right sets offensively. Coach takes notice of that stuff, and sometimes it pays off in playing time.
So overall, or I guess in the end, why did you decide to hang up your basketball shoes, and was there a certain moment you knew that this was probably it?
The moment why I knew it was when after we beat LSU in the SEC tournament 2 years ago. Heading towards the end of the season, as a journalism major, it's really hard to get a job in this field. So I'm like, man, basketball is very time consuming. You have 8 to 8 days, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And you get home. Once you relax, you look up, it's 10 o'clock, and you still got homework to do. And I had an internship lined up with Sporting News heading into this year, and I just kind of wanted to step away from the game. I kind of knew it was time to go, especially since like a lot of the people I was close with on the basketball team were graduating or transferring, and it was kind of like, this just feels right to leave on a run like this, leave on something historical.
So now that you're no longer playing, what do you want to do when you graduate?
When I graduate, I want to be a sports journalist. Been working here at the Auburn University Plainsman, did some stuff with Sports Illustrated this year. Just trying to continue to build my brand as a journalist, and throw my name in the hat when it comes to this big job search.
Is there anything you want to add about the life of a walk-on?
It's definitely an experience. It's a very unique experience. It's not like being a scholarship player, and it's different, and it's not necessarily different in a bad way, and that's what I want people to understand. And what you get out of your walk-on experience is what you put in, and no matter what your skill level is, as long as you work and improve at that skill level, work to get better, coaches want players on the floor that are going to produce. And walk-on, scholarship player, the players that produce are players that are going to be on the floor. So at the end of the day, the whole walk-on experience is what you make it.
Awesome. Thanks, man.